Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very, very special video. It's Monday, it's Minecraft, it's Easter Monday, so that's something else as well, and it's Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. Well, you can hear the sound of my mouse now. I got this. I dropped it. That's terrible. I'm going to break things. I got this really cool mouse, which you use your thumb on the ball. Never thought I'd say that in the video. You use your thumb on the ball to click around. It's Logitech TrackMan. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I got it a few weeks ago, and I'm loving it ever since. But I don't do a lot with it, so occasionally I can't do it properly. Anyway, it's Monday. Happy Easter, everybody! And another big thing for this channel, we have reached 100 subscribers. Actually, as I make this video, we're just over 100 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I want to thank every single person who is subscribed to our channel, who made that possible. Everybody who retweets, everybody who gives, just supports what we do here. Big thank you to Joe, because the videos that I do with Joe are actually the funnest videos to make for this channel at all. The videos that I'm streaming with on Desktop Simmer and with Aravel on various different things, and with Foxy on a couple of things as well, and for her podcast too. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And another big thank you as well to the Sanitarium people, Sanitarium FM, whose Minecraft server I've been on for the past few weeks, just messing around and doing sort of multiplayer stuff. And today is no different, because I promised that I would go back to building the hotel that I've been trying to build for quite a while now, but I've got sucked into doing sort of little amendments and things to the build that I already had, and I really wanted to show you what I'm doing there. So let's jump straight back over to I pressed the wrong button. Hang on, how do I do this? It's something like, is that this button here? Yes, that's it. Right, so back in the game. This is me. This is my little character, and I'll flip into first-person mode, and you'll see we're actually at our railway station. But it's changed a little bit because there's a lot more fencing around, and that's because I've just jumped onto the server, and I found that there was a zombie inside it, and I thought, that is not the sort of railway that I want to run, that just any zombie can come and exist on. So I just wanted to try and stop them getting in. If they're spawning in there, I need to be able to try and figure out where that is, but that'll come later. Anyway, I've made a few amendments in here as well. Quite apart from being able to go and sell tickets, I've now added... Close, thank you. A villager in here who is going to sell all of the tickets for me. Now, they're not actually physical tickets, obviously, because this is one of those railways where you pay your money and you just get on. There's no sort of actual ticket. But if you look over here, you'll see that this is a lot different from the configuration that you saw on last week's video. And that's because I'm doing something which is a little bit specialer. It's not a word. I know it's not a word. That's going to annoy me now I've said that. But it's a lot different from what I was doing last week. If you remember in last week's video, I jumped into the little minecart. I can't say that word. It's terrible. And I pressed the forward button and I started on my journey. But if we jump into the little minecart now, you'll see I've actually put a little button there, and that sets us off on our journey. That's not all. Because the clever thing, the absolutely fantastically clever thing about this, and again, I didn't do this, I got it from the internet, is that as we come back into this station, the minecart will go along this track, round this bend here, round that bend there, be killed by this cactus, and then dropped into this hopper. And that hopper is going to send the minecart all the way underground to this dropper, and when you press the button again, it will dispense another minecart. So if we just get rid of this minecart as it is, and we press the button, you'll see what it does is it makes another minecart appear. And how it does that is by having a whole stack of minecarts, which we can just fill up there, that are replenished every time somebody drops something in this hopper. Now, I've got one of these at either end, which means that in theory, if people don't take minecarts out of the system, there will never, there's a sort of an endless supply of minecarts for anybody who wants to use them, because as soon as anybody arrives in the station, their minecart is destroyed and it goes back into the system. So let's see that happening, shall we? Very simple. We press the button and we go on our journey. Here's the little door that we saw last time. It's very loud, minecart. I'm aware of that. Into the new station. And that's the experience. You see, the minecart just disappears as it hits the cactus, and there's already a minecart there waiting for us. Now, if we went back to the other end, as we've pressed the button, the minecart itself has spawned another minecart there as we left the station. So it's a really, really nice way of doing things, and just a really nice way to upgrade your minecart system. I would take you through the redstone of this. I might do that in a different video, because I think this is a really, really great build for anybody who wants to run any sort of minecart thing in their builds. But for now, there's some other things that I want to show you, because one of the great things about working on a multiplayer server is the fact that you can interact with other people. And one of the great things about interacting with other people is you can steal their stuff. Now, I've got a couple of dogs there. Somebody did try to, with me there, I was there at the time, somebody did try to take one of them and couldn't, because the game mechanics didn't quite let them. I would have happily let her have a dog of her own, but I think she subsequently got them and realised they're not as easy to wander around with as you might think. Anyway, so I've got some dogs there now, and I want to store some stuff. I want to store some personal fun stuff, and that's what I'm working on now, because in my original house, the one that was way over by spawn, it was all nice and pleasant, but then I had a little thing and it would open a secret trapdoor and that would let me get down into my base, which didn't have very much in it. So in this house, I wanted to expand that a little bit, because actually this is closer to where people are playing at the moment, so I'm probably spending more time in this area than I would be doing anything else on the server. So in order to do that, I've put a very similar system in here, where there's a dropper, and if I just put a block... every so often this stops working, and... now is one of those times, so I'm going to actually show you what's in here. There we go. There's a whole load of hoppers in here, which leads down to a dropper, which is underneath all of here. And I can't get out of here now, I'm sort of stuck. But I can kind of go forward like that. And that'll drop you into this place, which is my secret base. Now, what I'm going to have to do now is this, just so you can see how the mechanism works. Because if I climb up these steps now, you'll see there's a little hole. And occasionally I have to repair this because I've made changes and it just doesn't quite work anymore. So yeah, you go down your hole into the secret base, which is pretty cool. You take out your block that was in there again, and the whole thing closes up behind you, so you can't get back. The idea of this, and it's not finished yet, and there's a creeper down there, which I don't like the look of that. Eventually all of this is going to be lava, so I'm not too worried about there being a creature there. And I'm just at the moment building a bridge across so that you can get between here, over the lava, and in through this door into the interior of of this. Now, not very much has been done with this yet. I'm going to build maybe some traps in here to protect the fun stuff that I've got, and of course this is going to be where everything gets stored. I did a really nice little experiment with TNT the other day, and in fact I'm going to show you that just now. So what we'll do is we'll go over into this nice lovely area of nothingness over here, and we're going to build a little obsidian box. So we're going to have obsidian with this, TNT, and a redstone block. And what's going to happen is that you'll put your TNT down, you put your redstone block down, and that will make things explode. So we don't want this very big, we just want it big enough to sort of contain the explosion, because obsidian is a very special block. You can't blow it up, which means that it's a really good thing to help you control an explosion. If you want a big explosion to happen in one area, you can sort of force that to happen by having the rest of the blocks around it being TNT, so the blast can't go outside that area. And to demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is we'll fill this in. Oops. There we go. Right. So we've built our container, our bunker, basically. And we are going to fill that with TNT. And when I say fill that with TNT, I mean actually fill it with TNT. And then we're going to put obsidian over there. And the only other thing left to do is to put this block here. But before we do, let's just give you some idea of... let's get some stone. Put some stone around this to give you some idea of the sort of blast that we're looking at here. And then we'll stick some TNT in here. You can see everything fizzles away, and every single one of those TNT explodes. And you can see the damage it does to the blocks around it, the blocks that aren't obsidian. But the obsidian itself is not harmed at all, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty good thing to do. So what I'm thinking of doing is having some sort of trap where in order to get to the things that are my prized possessions, you have to go through this obsidian room lined with TNT, and if you haven't put the right combination in, then you die through various different reasons of being in a room full of TNT. Anyway, that's what I'm doing on this server at the moment, and it's interesting stuff. I've got a whole thing I'm working on here as well, which is going to raise the floor so that you can raise the floor. But that's all done with sort of secret levers and things. As I said, not too worried about creepers when you're in creative mode, and because eventually this is all going to be lava, so again, no real worry there. The other really great thing about this is that you can't get out again unless you put and leave something in the little dropper. You're stuck there, and you don't want to be stuck, and you don't want to leave anything behind, because eventually this is going to be something like your password or something similar to that. So instead of doing that, you've got to find the little secret lever. Where could the secret lever be, I hear you cry? Well, it could be behind a painting, and this is a really great trick in Minecraft. In fact, let's just grab a painting block from here so I can show you how this works. And if I get rid of that, you can see that there's a button there. That's the button that you press, and there's two signs on there, and I place my painting there, and I just keep doing it until I get the one that I want. Now I like to match paintings on either side, so it looks like a sort of a deliberate thing, and I've just realised I've missed it because I was talking to you. So I'm going to blame you for that. This can take ages because it's a random painting all the time. I've had it come up with the same thing more than once. There you go, it's just happened there. Nope. 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 So, did you have a good Easter? I certainly did. I had a Cadbury's Galaxy egg, which was lovely. It was, you could say it was out of this world. Or maybe not. Maybe not. See how difficult it is to get the right painting, and right. And over here you see there's another lever, and this lever is going to be doing something slightly different. So if we pull that, you'll see this block contracts, and this is going to be our walkway over to the new area. And those stairs come out as well. So if we put that to one side, you see the stairs have moved back and that block moves back in, which is kind of fun. But just for the time being, maybe let's not press E too much. Maybe I can just get a painting that matches the painting on the other side. It's not looking good, is it? If it comes up with that green one again, I'm keeping the green one. Oh, damn, that was the painting I wanted. That'll do. Right, so, because there's this hole behind the painting, you can actually literally walk through it, which is really good. And that means you'll be able to sort of flip these switches and things. And on this one, you can press this button, and you can hear something's happened. And what's happened is this flow of lava has actually been blocked off, and you can walk through that. Now you can't walk through it without stepping on this pressure plate, which starts the flow of lava back off again. But that does mean that you can climb these stairs over here and get to our little sort of rocket chute, the same sort that we had in the old base, which ejects you into your living room. So that's what I'm doing underground in my Minecraft area. Now, once again, I want to say a big thank you to Sanitarium FM, who are responsible for running the servers, which are allowing me to do this. One final thing we're going to do for today is climb over a chair, open up this door, go into here, and we're going to ride the railway once again. Hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this series of Minecraft, please do like, share, comment and subscribe. I love hearing from you. We all love hearing from you. So does Joe on Wednesdays with our show. It's great. If you like this thing, then please do tell people about it. It's absolutely lovely making videos for you. Tell me what you want from the videos as well. Do you want something with more instruction in them? Do you want something which is more survival or whatever? Just let me know, and I'll try and make those videos for you on a Monday. Happy Easter to everyone. Thank you very much for our 100th subscriber, and our 101st subscriber, and our 102nd subscriber, and, well, you know, every single one of you. Until next week, please do like and share this video around. I'll love you for it ever so much, and until then, thanks very much for coming along. I'm only left to say one final thing. If it's Monday when you're watching this, then please do come and join us 9 o'clock on twitch.tv/desktopsimmer. If not, and you want to watch the stream later on, it's a bit rude. it's just the way we are, then do come along and watch that on youtube.com/desktopsimmer. And yeah, Wednesday we will have another Stephen and Joe gaming show where we're playing another bit of Portal. That's always fun. And then on Friday, again, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of Batman. I don't know. Also, please let me know what you think about the Batman Superman movie. I know it's divided people. Might be making a video about that this week. Until then, thanks very much for joining. Thank you very much for coming along on, and thank you very much for being a thank you. Goodbye.